Hi guys, welcome to Knowledge Platter. Today we are going to talk about something very interesting. Yes, we are going to talk about index numbers. Now, what are index numbers? How are they constructed? What are the tests of adequacy or consistency they have to pass through? And a lot more. But before we proceed, please subscribe to our channel Knowledge Platter and help us grow faster. Okay. So let's begin with index numbers. Now index numbers are called as economic barometers. So please remember, index numbers we call them as economic barometers. Now what exactly is a barometer? Yes, you might be knowing barometer is a device for measuring pressure changes. So what pressure does the index number measure actually? So index numbers basically measure the pressure changes in the economy. Now economy is generally affected by the prices of commodities, the quantity of commodities and the overall value of the commodities. So any changes in these parameters could be easily identified with the help of index numbers. So that is why index numbers are called as economic barometers. Okay. Now what we are going to study is three types of index numbers. The first one is called the price index. So the first index number, the first category are the price indices. The second one is the quantity index or quantity indices. So second is we are going to study the quantity indices. And lastly we are going to study the value index. So the third one is the value index. Now what do price indices actually reflect? Now price index reflects the changes in the prices of the commodities over a period of time, whether the prices have gone up or they have come down. Likewise, quantity indices reflect what? The changes in the quantity. The quantity as in whether the imports have increased or decreased, exports have gone up or they have gone down, the production output has whether they have increased or they have decreased. All this, all these changes could be studied with the help of quantity indices. And lastly, the value index. Now, value index basically reflects the changes in the monetary value, the overall monetary value of the commodities, whether the monetary value has gone up or it has come down over a period of time. Okay, now as we are talking again and again, we are basically comparing, right? We are comparing what? The current values obviously with some reference value or a reference period. Now that reference period of comparison is called as the base period. So please remember the reference period, we call it as the base period. So how we define a base period? It is a period with which all the other periods are compared to. So these are the three types of index numbers: the price indices, the quantity indices and the value index. And remember, base period is nothing but the reference period. Okay, we now study the various notations which we are going to use in the construction of index numbers. Now as we have defined, there would be two periods. One would be the base period, that is the reference period, and second would be the current period, right? The comparison of whose would be made or would be done with the base period. So you have the base period and the current period. So you have base and you have current. Now any price value of the base period would be denoted by P0. And the current period, the price value would be denoted by P1 or Pn. Okay, so 0 is the subscript for base period and 1 or n is the subscript for the current period. Likewise, for any quantity value of the base period, it would be Q0, and for the current period, it would be Q1 or it would be Qn. So P0 is the base period price, P1 or Pn is the current period price, Q0 is the quantity of the base period, and Q1 or Qn are the quantities of the current period. Likewise, capital P01, this is nothing but the price index of the current year on the base year. So it is P1 on 0. So P01 is the price index of the current year on the base year. So we write it as 1 on 0. Likewise, Q01 would be the quantity index of 1 on 0. So it is quantity index of current year on the base year. And lastly, V01 would be the value index of current year on the base year. So these are the notations which we would be using in the construction of index numbers. Hope you followed them. Okay, now we move on to the methods of construction of index numbers. So let's get started now. Now there are broadly two methods. The first one is called as the aggregative method. So that's the aggregative. Some people also call it as the aggregate method. So you have the aggregative method or aggregate method, and the second one is the average of relatives method. So there are two methods, aggregative method and average of relatives method. Now further down in aggregative method you have two sections. The first one is simple aggregative, or we also call it as the unweighted aggregative, and next is the weighted aggregative. Okay, so you have two methods, aggregative, average of relatives, next is simple and weighted. Similarly over here you have simple and weighted. Okay. Now what exactly is the difference between simple and weighted? Now in the simple method what we do is we give equal importance to all the commodities. Okay, so we don't assign weights over here. Like for example, we assign marks to chapters, right? And those marks represent what? Their weightage. But if I say all chapters are equally important, so what I'm doing is I'm not assigning any marks to any chapter. For me, all are equally important. So likewise, in the simple method, all commodities are given equal importance. Whereas under weighted method, what happens is each commodity is given different importance, and to show the different importance we assign weights. Now the percentage of expenses on each commodity can also be used as weight. For example, food, clothing, shelter. If I say I spend 50%, 30% and 20% on each, obviously I've spent 50%, that is the highest percentage of spending is on food. So 50 represents the weight for food or the weightage for food. So in simple, no weights are used, that is why it's called as unweighted, and in the weighted we use the weightage system. So this is a broad classification of or the methods to construct index numbers. So aggregative, average of relatives, and then two sections, simple, weighted. Likewise here you have simple and weighted. Now we'll continue in the further analysis of these methods in detail in the upcoming video.